My friend Sarah's an archaeologist. She works near here. Want to go see if she knows anything about your riddle?
That would be great.
The stone faces have always been Sarah's obsession. Most people come here looking for treasure, but not Sarah. She just wants answers.
Have you been friends a long time?
Since we were kids. She was the nerd, I was always skipping school and stealing my grandma's RV. Once in a while, I could convince Sarah to come with me.
Abby, can you help me with this? It's broken.
Hold on. Are you that Lara? Croft?
I am.
I recognize you from your picture. What's your interest with this place?
I'm following a riddle. The heart of the serpent is in the cup near the many stone faces.
The stone faces. That's why I'm here too.
I don't want to step on your toes. It's the serpent in the cup I'm really looking for.
Well, I can tell you the faces have been here for at least 400 years. According to documents in the library, they keep watch. Legend has it, they're guarding a secret crypt.
A crypt?
We've never been able to find it. As you can imagine, that's what drives the treasure hunters crazy. But if the infamous Lara Croft is as clever as they say she is, well, if you were to find it, you might be doing me a favor.
You think I should start at the library?
Yes, it's over by the cemetery. It's one of the oldest buildings here. Make sure you credit me if you find anything.
Thank you. I will. Did you say someone's missing?
Yes, Isabela.
You're overreacting.
You kidding?
Laura, you find anything yet?
Abby's friend mentioned a crypt somewhere around the library. I'll meet you there.
So there's a crypt around here somewhere?
A secret crypt.
Why secret? If Lopez is involved, there's bound to be a trick.
That's a solid theory. What about you? Did you find anything?
I got a pamphlet. 7 steps closer to God.
Who knows? Maybe it'll help.
Feels like a mausoleum.
Means we're on the right track, right? Jonah, I feel something. We're getting close. Let's look around for signs of Lopez.
These notes were written by the founder of the Sector 7. They're talking about funds allocated for renovations to the library.
This cross. It looks like it's from the 17th century. And under his wings you may seek refuge. Under his wings. A heron and an eclipse. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. Jonah, those 2 Bible quotes. The sun will be darkened, and under his wings you may seek refuge.
What does it mean?
That's it. Look for a heron and an eclipse. There's a whole mural under here. Veracruz, the true cross.
Is that what I think it is?
The silver box. It's unmistakable.
Jesus takes up the cross. These are the stations of the cross. But there's a bunch missing.
Before 1600, there were only 7. This could date back to the time of Lopez.
This is one of his clues.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing he does.
All right. Let's see if we can find a cross lying around here somewhere. When we find the box, how do we get the key back from Dominguez?
We'll find a way.
Found something?
Yeah. Jesus takes up the cross. Help me lift this.
That actually worked.
Looks like a long way down. Let's see where this leads.
Thanks.
Station 2. Jesus falls the first time.
There's an
Have to use
inscription
the light
here.
beam to follow the stations of the
Late
cross.
dum lucem habitis.
Walk while you have the light.
That did it. I wouldn't want to be buried in here. My head tossed behind a cross somewhere.
Walk while you have the light, so that the darkness may not overtake you,
Sounds like a hint.
or a threat.
This looks like the Virgin Mary.
Station 3. Jesus meets his mother.
That mirror looks dusty. I'll give you a boost. Hey, it worked. The light leads this way. What happened to these people?
Looks like the light activated something.
Laura! Are you all right? You're lucky it was a little rusted.
This must be Station 4.
Yeah,
Let's have a look at these. Have to use a light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross.
These people look like they were tortured, hung up in the ceiling.
I don't think this was just a crypt. I'll get it.
Station 5. Jesus falls a second time. Lara, is that what I think it is?
The Stations of the Cross again.
But with mummies. Isn't this sacrilegious?
Not necessarily. They could have been paying the ultimate homage.
Or they were just sick?
This must be Station 6.
Looks like a church. These ones are posed like monks.
Uh-huh. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross.
So Lopez staged the whole crucifixion. Seems sacrilegious.
I think this was a place of worship for an underground sect.
Literally. Guess this is the sect from the pamphlet. This is disgusting. I'm glad I wasn't around when Lopez was. That inscription. Do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the soul. Is that meant for us?
Don't let Lopez get in your head. He's caused enough trouble already.
Let's do this.
What's the first step of the crucifixion? Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross.
Looks like a church. These ones are posed like monks.
Uh-huh. Think he's taking up the cross. He's carrying the cross. He's carrying the cross.
So Lopez staged the whole crucifixion with mummies?
They're carrying him.
Seems sacrilegious.
I think this was a place of worship for an underground sect.
Literally.
They're
Guess this
carrying
is the sect
him.
from the pamphlet.
They're carrying him. They're lifting him.
This is disgusting.
She's
I'm glad I
wiping
wasn't
his
around
face,
when
I
Lopez
think.
was. That inscription. Do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the soul. Is that meant for us?
Don't let Lopez get in your head. He's caused enough trouble already.
Okay, let's do this.
She's wiping his face, I think. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Think he's taking up the cross. He's carrying the cross. Jesus, nailed to the cross. They're carrying him. They're carrying him. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. What's the first step of the crucifixion?
Not sure. Maybe it's on the pamphlet.
Strange, there are only 7 stations. This must be based on an older tradition. Jesus takes up the cross, falls the first time, meets his mother. Then Veronica wipes his face before he falls the second time. Then he is crucified and finally entombed. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Think he's taking up the cross. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. Think he's taking up the cross. Have to use the light beam to follow the Stations of the Cross. carrying him. I think he's
Looks like a
taking up
church.
the cross.
These ones are posed like monks.
Have to use the light beam to follow the stations of the cross.
So Lopez staged the whole crucifixion with mummies? Seems sacrilegious.
I think this was a place of worship for an underground sect.
Literally. I guess this is a sect from the pamphlet.
Have to use the light beam to follow the stations of the cross.
This is disgusting. I'm glad I wasn't around when Lopez was.